as educators, what does that look like? What are the kind of objectives we might have to put into our educational methods to give our students the practical knowledge to use AI critically, not just for their work in the school, but like out there and working with things and working with companies and working with people that themselves might want to overuse AI for the sake of a little bit of saving on their short-term bottom lines.
Like, Adam, I have bad news.
Shit.
I have bad news.
I hate that one.
Damn it.
You know, I think the system as it is right now, it will not stand for longer. The education system we're talking about, our approach to classroom needs to change, and our judgments of academic integrity as well. I mean, when we look at academic integrity and we ask students not to plagiarize, I mean, I get it. And this is the old-fashioned way to approach the ethics of dealing with academic misconduct. Now, when it comes for the current situation where the proper system is designed based on what we define as an academic misconduct, how do we deal with the outcomes? And even though we have artificial intelligence systems that have some capabilities in judging whether artificial intelligence has been widely used or not. So and now we are asking the students to cite OpenAI or Brad or whatever the technology that they are using. So I think the system, the way it is, to your point, Dean, I mean, from preparation to this faculty on how to deal with this new reality, to help them to be trained on these tools and understand how do they work so they can use it to maximize the student learning and their critical learning capabilities, and also to redefine what academic misconduct would mean. Because I think we've lost this kind of conversation long time ago with Google. Then we have the rephrasing mechanisms that are being used for a long time. And this is, again, Dean, so you mentioned that artificial intelligence. And we need to revisit this conversation. It's not as usual anymore. And I would like to say that our system will be transformed into something else that will have no classrooms anymore. And that's my perception. I foresee in 25 years, hopefully before that, the end of university as it is, the end of colleges as they are, and then we will be transformed into utopian society where knowledge and skills and competencies will be at play. And then the measurement, or how do we assess these capabilities, will be completely different from what we do right now. How do we assess? How do we evaluate learning? How do we deliver learning? I see the higher education, or the education system, much more looking like not our current healthcare system, but basically based on, a competency specialists that will be assessing your needs, and then they will prescribe for you the recipe to go and be bought on any of these knowledge pharmacies that have their modules right there, like Coursera or Humber or Udacity or EDX or many others that are available. And then you come back and certify. The question is, what is the quality and outcomes of these products? And then there we need a quality assessment. So I'm sorry about that, but I mean, this is how I see the future unfolding.
I wouldn't be sorry about that. I agree with you. I think part of, to the point of complacency, right? We allowed ourselves to get lulled into a place of complacency as an industry, post-secondary for sure. And that's part of the problem. It was part of the public education system of coming out of the industrialized era, taking them off the farm. And we haven't really changed since then. Not really. And now we're at a stage, like you say, with plagiarism and academic integrity, which is we talk about it, but we don't do it. We don't design our classrooms for separating this, So none of that really happens to any extent. It could if we were serious about it, and that's something we need to do. But I also agree with you. Today, it doesn't matter where you get the information. I teach, and my team now teaches, with the idea that use and cite whatever tools you want. My questions will come to you as, can you own the content you just told me? Yeah. Can you explain to me that you fully understand it and convince me you can? Even if you say, I used the large language models and I noticed some issues, and this is what I adapted. That's what we want our learners to use today. To your point, we're all learners.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where the role is in the system. And that's what we need to encourage and develop. That also gets rid of the toxicity in learning, which we have today in post-secondary education, which I'm going to catch you cheating. They're going to do what they can to cheat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Turn it
who
around.
wants to work in a toxic work environment?
Yeah.
So why are we doing that at a college level?
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I find, frustrating is when someone's solution to somebody using a GPT to write a paper is, well, now just cite the GPT, and it's like that alone is not nearly enough to make up for the things that you are not doing if you are relying on that artificial intelligence to produce for you, right? And I think that's where a lot of the mistake of AI use really comes from. It's mistaking the ability to create content according to orders and demands for the actual production of meaningful statements and meaningful content.